Okay, guys, so now that you have your beautiful Sculptura, we want to go over some tips and tricks with you guys on how to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it out of the box. First and foremost, right? One thing, if you're practicing on latex, you don't need to wrap it up, but we're going to pretend we're practicing on a client. So we're going to go ahead and walk you through how to wrap the machine. First things first, right? The machine comes with the RCA cord. I've already taken it out of the box. Now, you want to make sure that that RCA cord is fully connected. This is not full connection. You shouldn't see any of this copper, right? This is a recessed RCA cord, so you want to go ahead and give it a good shove, and you're going to hear it click. You may even hear it click the first couple of times that you do it. If you use the same cord over and over again, that click may go away. Doesn't mean it's not connected. What does is that you can't see any of that copper on anymore. Okay, so I'm going to bring my cord sleeve all the way up and over my machine, and I'm going to bring it out about an inch over the top, a little longer than, it's probably like 2 inches over the top. Okay, nice and sealed. I'm going to go ahead and take my ergo wrap. Now remember, we designed this to have a 1-inch grip. So this is 1-inch tape. I'm going to drop that right on the grip. 2 times around should be more than sufficient. Give it a squeeze and tear it off. Now I can still adjust my machine and it is fully sealed. Okay? From here, I'm going to go ahead, oh, this is Steven's needle. I'm going to go ahead and open up my needle. And I'm going to poke a little hole in the top and go ahead and stick my cartridge into the device. I can adjust my needle hang from here, but I'm going to do that while it's running. Okay, remember, you don't want to adjust your needle grip when your machine is running. Okay, I like a little bit of a longer needle. And I've got that fully extended out to about 3.5 millimeters, and I'm going to go ahead and lower my speed. Okay? Operating somewhere between a 3 and a 3.5 at this point. Okay? All right. I'm going to show you guys how this baby works. Here I have both of our latexes. I have the lip latex and I have the eyeliner and brow latex. I'm going to go ahead and put the lip latex over the top. You always want something underneath your latex when you work, whether it's a magazine or one of those lined pads or another piece of latex that you've already used. And I'm going to go ahead and start my device. About 10 seconds, you bring that pigment all the way into the needle. And as you guys can see, there's no bubbling, and I can see that my pigment is all the way to my needle tip, even at a 3.5 millimeter hang. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and start my shading. Nice and simple lip shade, even and consistent. And as you guys can hear, there's very little sound coming from the device, and there's also no vibration, very minimal vibration to my hand. The machine speed is only relative to your hand speed, okay? Right? There is no magical speed per procedure, right? You don't run brows at a 6 and lips at a 3 and eyeliner at, I don't know, a 7. That's not a thing. What is a thing is how fast your hand is moving in relationship to the speed you have your machine set at. Okay? And that is basically how you get started using the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah? Any other tips and tricks that I missed from the PMU side?
With scalp micropigmentation, I keep my needle all the way out and I never change it throughout my procedure. So for me, I will actually wrap my machine all the way to the top because I like the way that it feels a little better, and this is what works for me. What I love about this machine is that it also gives me the opportunity to play with the grip size and the machine size a little bit without sacrificing the overall design of the machine. Sometimes I like to have a little bigger of a grip that I work with. And as you can see, even with a ton of tape, we still have that nice concave look, which will give you the same beautiful ergonomics. So kind of similar to what.
I put your needle right there.
So I'll just get some pigment, and you can see this machine works really great to keep my hand at a perfect 90-degree angle. I really love that. And the weight of it really keeps me in a great position.
Show them how you have it rested on your middle finger. It's good.
Yeah, so sometimes you can use the concave part of the machine to hold it right here. It's really comfortable. Sometimes I like to choke up on my machine a little bit when I'm doing SMP. So sometimes I use the ledge or the lip of the grip to give me some support right here. And
I do that for lining as well.
And I come in and I just get to work.
And now you're operating at a higher voltage.
So yeah, you crank that voltage up a little bit for me.
Sure.
You'll notice that it's still super quiet. And I can also tell that there's no vibration. And I can just work and work and work for long periods of time.
And no matter what needle configuration you're using, that 12-volt brushless motor has the power to push any kind of needle configuration, whether you're using a liner or a shader or a mag. That machine is going to run just as beautifully and push those needles with the same amount of accuracy and intensity as it would a single needle.
So this is it. This is how I rock and roll with my Sculptura. That's it.
And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to slower the speed. That's a new word. I'm going to lower the speed again, and I'm going to switch latex for you guys. I'm going to put the brow latex down, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit how I use that grip, since he's got it wrapped a little bigger, how I use that grip to do my lining. I'm going to actually bring that needle back a little bit, and I'm going to run my line. Now I can really see my needle here, which is great. And I'm using the edge on the bottom as well as my hand on the top, so I can really get a beautiful, very straight, very precise contour line. We designed this latex so these dashes were exactly 1 millimeter, and as well as the space, to kind of help people develop their muscle memory and their timing when it comes to lining. Okay, and now if I were going to begin the shading portion, I'm going to bring my speed up just a bit, and I might move my fingers underneath that bevel, underneath that bell, so I can get that beautiful, fluffy, pixelated look everybody wants.
It looks like you're just kind of using the weight of the machine and just kind of guiding it a little.
Exactly, because it's weighted on the bottom and the side. The weight in the machine actually helps me do the work instead of being cumbersome in my hand. And being able to visually see my needle and not just the plastic tip of the cartridge housing really allows for that accuracy that you really want in a device.
So what do we say now? So
no changing the cartridge when the neat housing.
we already did that in the last video.
Oh yeah, we did that in the last video. Okay, so Dom, if you want to come in here, they can see the line portion and then the shading portion. Here they can see
Let me clean this up.
the shading portion.
This part looks dope.
I'll do the whole brow with it.
This actually works pretty good. The class.
Stop shaking the table, sweetheart. So as you guys can see, you can perform exquisite work, whether you're doing scalp micropigmentation or ombre style brows or powdered brows or fluffy style brows, eyeliner, lips, no matter what it is that you're working on, it's really an incredible, versatile, accurate device.
Yeah, we really made this machine for you guys. It's an artist's machine made by artists.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
For you.
if we really want to get technical, technically we made it for us, and then it came out so darn good that we didn't want to. We didn't want to keep
we
it.
decided to share. We are super excited to see all the work that you put together with your Sculptura. So please use the hashtag SculptedPro and @SculptedPro.
Yeah, exactly. So that way we can see your work, repost your work, and yeah, we really are really looking forward to it. I can't tell you how excited we are.
Yeah, we know you're gonna love it. Put it to great use, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.